Hello everyone, CK7 here, and it's that time again for another Blu-ray collection update video. I would have done this yesterday, but I was pretty busy yesterday, with helping my family around the place. But, so yeah, July was definitely quite the month. There were a lot of deals, particularly with the Criterions, which we will get to those last. But I thought I'd go ahead and quickly show you what I got through the month of July. So, yeah, first up, this is a DVD I picked up at a thrift store that I did not expect to find, and that is a Stalingrad. For those that don't know, this is a war film from 1993. It's produced by the same person who helped with Das Boot, which is one of my favorite war films of all time. And this was a really good movie from what I remember. And I know this has a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is out of print, really hard to find. In fact, apparently this DVD is considered out of print. Last time I checked, it was like $20, which I guess that's technically not out of print, but it's still really pricey for a DVD. So I got it for $1 at the thrift store, so that's a steal. Next is, this was something that was on sale, Life in the Freezer. This is a David Attenborough miniseries from 1993. So this was before Frozen Planet. I guess you could say this is the precursor to that. Haven't watched it yet, but I love David Attenborough. I loved many of his documentaries. So I definitely can't wait to check this out. Next, this is something I picked up during my vacation I went to Florida for my vacation earlier this month. And on the way to my grandma's house, we stopped by an antique shop, and I picked up Season 2 and Season 3 of 24. I've had Season 1 for the longest time, but I never got around picking up the other seasons. For some reason, unlike Season 1 I have, these are in much thicker cases, and they're in smaller DVDs, so unfortunately, that means they just take up more space on my shelves, so who knows. One day I would like to find the box set that just comes with the entire show in one set, but I hear that's hard to find, so yeah. And for the finally for the DVDs, I picked up these that are hard to find on eBay. Yep, the Star Wars The Clone Wars Volume 1 and Volume 2. Before the 2008 series, there was this series, which I know they don't consider canon anymore, but you know what? This was just such an awesome show, and it's getting Tartakovsky, so yeah. Funny enough, I have this, and I have Primal, but I don't have Samurai Jack at the moment, so I probably should get onto that when I have the chance, the next time that Blu-ray set is on sale. So now moving on to the Blu-rays. First up is the only animated film I picked up this month, and that is Ernest and Celestine. I saw this movie on Netflix years ago, and from what I remember, it was really good. It's a really cute story. The animation itself is so unique. But yeah, this Blu-ray, I guess, recently got back into print, I suppose. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get it with its slipcover. That's the unfortunate thing, because I try to get the G-Kids Blu-rays with their slips, so, but yeah, whatever. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out, especially if you have kids. Next is an anime show that was surprisingly on sale, and that is Clannad. I picked this up for $20, which is a really good deal for an anime show, because normally these are way more expensive. But yeah, this is a show I've been meaning to check out because I've heard many good things about it. Granted, I hear it's also a very depressing series, particularly the second season. But yeah, definitely can't wait to watch that. Alright, moving on to the regular Blu-rays I picked up, which there's a lot. Some of these I picked up on my trip, and others I kind of got random picks on Amazon and eBay. This was an eBay pickup. All Is Lost. I've been interested to check this film out for a while because it sounds interesting, especially that apparently Robert Redford is literally the only character in the movie. So, yeah, definitely can't wait to check that out. Next up is an Amazon pickup, and this was on sale, Brigsby Bear. Haven't seen this yet. I've been very interested in seeing it because it sounds really unique. But yeah, I picked this up for like $6, and apparently it's usually $20, so yeah, that's a good deal. Let's see now. Just trying to better organize these. Okay, so these next few I picked up at a flea market. Yeah, there was a flea market we went by in Florida, and there was this one station that all these Blu-rays and DVDs they were selling for really cheap, and most of these that I picked up weren't even open, so that's cool. First up, we got Atonement, really great war, romance, drama film, directed by Joe Wright. We got The Visitor. Haven't seen this one, but I'm really interested in it. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Definitely been meaning to check that one out. Dirty Dozen, a classic war film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Big Fish. Believe it or not, a Tim Burton movie that I still have not seen. And believe it or not, there's a few Tim Burton movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen Ed Wood. So I do need to get on that. And then we got Memoirs of a Geisha. I think that's say the title. But yeah. Been interested in this one too for a while. So yeah, that's what I got for that. Next, this is another Amazon picked up of a Blu-ray I've been meaning to pick up for a while, but it was just hard to find. And yeah, it was a little much, but it was cheaper than how much it usually is. And that is The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. This is a Canadian Blu-ray because this movie apparently doesn't have a Blu-ray here in the US. But yeah, I remember seeing this film, or at least parts of this film, a while back, and I remember being really intrigued by it, so can't wait to revisit it. These next two are both films I picked up by the same director, Roman Polanski. First up is Chinatown. I got this on eBay, and with its slip, because apparently with the slipcover it's out of print, but I got it for a reasonable price. Believe it or not, I still have not seen Chinatown, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out, since it is considered one of the greats. And then I picked up a movie that I had the DVD for a while, but the movie finally has a Blu-ray, and that is The Pianist. I love The Pianist. This is one of my all-time favorite war films. It's such a powerful story. And it's definitely my favorite film by that director. Even though the only other movies by him I've seen are Rosemary's Baby, Repulsion, and did he do The Tenet? I think The Tenet, yeah. So you can't wait. Next up, this is something that was on sale and was just really cheap. Malcolm X. I have not seen too many Spike Lee films. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen a Spike Lee movie, but I hear this is supposed to be one of his better films, and it was like only $3, so why not? Next is Phantom Thread. This I got on eBay. Apparently this is the last movie that Daniel Day-Lewis starred in before he retired, and it's Paul Thomas Anderson, so yeah, he's made some great movies, so why not? Next is Ran, or Ran, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Akira Kurosawa. Loved this movie when I watched it. I'd say this is my second favorite of his after Seven Samurai. But then again, the only other movies of his I've seen so far are Throne of Blood and Kagemusha. I still haven't seen Ikiru. I haven't seen Yojimbo or Sanjuro. Or The Hidden Fortress, so can't wait for that. Next are two films directed by the Coen brothers I didn't own. One being Fargo, great film right there. And the other being The Big Lebowski, which I haven't seen in ages. In fact, I don't know if I've seen the whole thing of this movie, which is crazy, because it's considered like one of the best comedies ever. And finally, for the regular Blu-rays, I picked up two that, oddly enough, these two I found at the same flea market where I picked up Stalingrad, and they're both made by the same director, being Andrew Niccol, and that being Lord of War and Gattaca. Lord of War I've seen, great film, easily one of Nicolas Cage's best performances. Gattaca, however, I still haven't seen. Apparently this is Andrew Niccol's best film, and the plot just seems really intriguing. And apparently this Blu-ray is also out of print, so great that I managed to find that. Alright, now we finally go to the Criterions, and I got quite a few. And these first few I picked up are actually just replacements for Blu-rays or DVDs I have that have a Criterion, so... First up, we got The Breakfast Club. Haven't seen this film in ages, and again, I don't know if I've seen the whole thing, but... considered one of John Hughes' best. So yeah. Next, trying to slip out of my lap here. The Grand Budapest Hotel, my second favorite Wes Anderson film after Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm hoping to binge watch all of Wes Anderson's films before The French Dispatch. So, can't wait for that. Here. Trying to slip out of the case here. Next, Pan's Labyrinth. I had to get the Pan's Labyrinth Criterion. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I rewatched this film with my cousin when we were visiting him in Florida, and because he never seen the movie, and he really loved it. But yeah, it's just a fantastic film. Next, Parasite, which I still have not seen this movie, believe it or not. I had the regular Blu-ray for a while and never got around to seeing it yet, but I definitely plan on to soon, because this is considered one of the best movies of the last decade. And then finally, for the replacements, War of the Worlds. Really enjoyed this film, even though it's not some masterpiece, but the effects is what really sells this movie. And also, that cover, you have to admit, is really cool. Just love the cover. Alright, now here are my new pickups that I picked up through the month. These first three I actually picked up while I was in Florida. This one I picked up at that very flea market. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I know this has a slipcover, but it's like really hard to find. And I find it strange that this is the only Criterion that's in a regular Blu-ray case. That's really strange. But yeah. These next two I picked up at Barnes & Noble's, because where we were staying in Fort Myers, Florida, there was a Barnes & Noble's. They were having a sale. I picked up Pan's Labyrinth, and then I picked up these two. I picked up Anatomy of a Murder. I've been meaning to check this out because it's James Stewart, and I love James Stewart. And then I got City Lights. I've been meaning to check out more Charlie Chaplin, because as of now, the only Charlie Chaplin films I've seen are The Kid and The Great Dictator, which I also have The Great Dictator. But, yeah. I can't wait to check those two out. Next, I got Yi Yi, or Yai Yai. Yeah, I mentioned these last few I picked up on Amazon, because Amazon does the half-off sales well. Been meaning to check this one out. Hopefully I'll check it out soon, even though this is a long movie. It's almost 3 hours, I think. So, yeah. And then these last three I picked up through the month are Wes Anderson, because I'm trying to get all of his movies before French Dispatch. Got Bottle Rocket, got Rushmore, and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I'm just now missing Moonrise Kingdom and The Royal Tenenbaums, which I did order, but they haven't come in yet. So they should be coming in. Well, The Royal Tenenbaums should come soon. Moonrise Kingdom is, for some reason, going to take a while. And there's a few other Criterions I did order, but they won't be coming out till this month. So, yeah. So that's my pickups for the month. As you can see, there's quite a few. Mostly because there were a lot of sales, and yeah. Just a few updates I should mention that I know it's been a while since you've heard anything regarding Heroes vs. Villains, and to be honest, I have not worked on anything regarding it in a while because, you know, with my job and spending time with my family and this vacation. But I think things are starting to slow down a little. You know, I still have my job at Kroger, which I should mention that I will likely be starting a full-time position there real soon, so when that happens, that means I'm going to have even less time to do whatever. But we'll see. It depends on how what I end up doing and what my hours will be like. So, my goal for this month is I hope to work on Part 2, Round 1 of Heroes vs. Villains Part 2. Because I will say I've started on a fight that I'm halfway done. So, hopefully I'll have that finished soon. And also, I plan to work on the CGI trailer this month, too, so there's that. And I got other plans, too, like I'm halfway done with my 1910s. If you remember, my last video I uploaded was my top 100 films of the 1900s. I'm halfway done with the films of the 1910s, so... And by halfway done, I mean I still have like 50 more left to go, so yeah. And I got other things I'm doing, too, so... We'll see how that goes, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.